What's up, everybody? This is Jose Trujillo, the world's greatest living artist. Just wanted to say hi. I'm going to I gotta get some canvases. I gotta go to Michael's and get some small canvases. I ran out completely. Even the ones that I ordered, I ran out of canvases. So that's what I'm doing right now. I hope this video finds you well. And yeah, I'm really happy about the outcome of the video that I did, the video workshop I did a couple of days ago. I think it was the day before yesterday. The video workshop on what I would do if I were to start all over again. I think it's a pretty good video. I got a lot of really good feedback. Lots and lots of people signed up to that video and watched it, and so I got some really cool feedback. I'm very happy to be able to help other artists. I think it's a good thing. I think it's important for other people to get some value. Oh, very cool. Thank you so much, Frankie. And so I'm going to be doing some more. Just because I know, I know, look, it's never finished, right? There's so much, there's so many details that I couldn't go through because time didn't allow it. And also, once I finished recording the video, I'm like, oh man, I forgot to say this, or I forgot to say this other thing, or this would have been helpful. And I think because good information is really never finished. It's always kind of, it's kind of cooking all the time. And at best what we do is put it in a jar and try to give it to someone else, right? We put it in a book or a video or whatever. We can it. And once it's canned, it's in a video or you know, whatever medium, it's gone. There's nothing I can do about it anymore, but I would love to include more stuff, so I may be doing second parts to this that are where I go into much more detail and on different platforms as well, because I know people are having some trouble selling their work on sales platforms such as Etsy, eBay, and that type of deal. Even in their own websites, I've seen some people trying to sell shirts through Shopify. People are still doing that, but they don't stay on top of the trend. Like right now, it's not shirts, it's hoodies. And so people don't stay on top of the trend and don't really understand what the trend is. Very cool. Yeah, and it's important to drop the price to have some cash flow, but I don't know if I mentioned I think I did in the long format video. You want to have some high prices too in there. You want to be able to keep those as well, and that was part of the conversation that I didn't include much of. I like to approach sales in 3 different ways, okay? And I'm going to give you something extra right here. Hopefully I can get to share a little bit of power here. Three ways. I mentioned 2 in the video because it's I think they're the most relevant to immediacy. But the overall structure of my if I can call it that, if I can use that fancy word, the overall structure of my method is it's three pillars. It is immediate sales, okay? Because you got people like Gary Vee or Grant Cardone always debating whether you should do immediate sales or not. I think they're both right, and they can both be wrong if you just take one person's advice. I think you need both. So Immediate sales, it's one. I don't care what that looks like. I don't care if I'm selling prints, if I'm selling paintings at a very low price, and the math makes sense as a cash flow. I don't care what it is. I focus on immediate sales. And then the second pillar is building an audience. Okay? Building an audience. Whatever that is. Whether you're building an audience on YouTube or you're building an email audience, it doesn't matter. And the third pillar, okay, it's set pricing. Set pricing is all types of prices. You know, anywhere between a postcard to, or a small watercolor to a $20,000, $30,000 painting, whatever it is that you sell at whatever prices, and everything in between. And the principle of the idea of the set pricing is to open as many stores as possible in as different places, whether it's galleries, whether it's online stores, it doesn't matter. And those three things are really how I run my deal. Because they're all important. In my mind, they're all equally important. But when there's an economic turmoil, the fastest way to cash is a small drip cash flow that can become repetitive. The fastest way to cash is always that, in my mind. It's not chasing the big home runs. The big home runs fall every now and then, but that's not a cash flow. That's when you land a good deal or something, but that's not cash flow would be something like something you can do multiple times. Something that could be very repetitive. You can do multiple times a day or multiple times a week. Whatever. But it's constantly bringing cash in. And I'm not talking about like how people look at real estate and that kind of deal, you know, like without using your energy, and I don't even understand that when people talk about that. There's nothing that I do that where I don't use a shitload of energy. So I don't even get that when people talk about that. Maybe someone gave them real estate or something, and then someone else is taking care of it, so they have that going on. But when it comes to like being an artist, a craftsperson, the whole thing is energy. It's a lot of energy. You're spending so much energy into whatever you're doing. And so this is the way I look at it. Focusing on those two things for immediacy, building an audience and having a cash flow. And once you feel a bit more stable, because the audience is so damn important, because who do you talk to if you want to sell your stuff to? So I put it equally important with the cash flow. Even if you're trying to give stuff away, who do you talk to? You know, I gave this free workshop, and I still needed to go and talk to people. Even in spite of having an audience, I still had to go through DMs and go and share it and talk to people, because who do you talk to? Unless you have a huge audience, you know, maybe you can just push it into your funnel, into your platform, whatever, and then the audience receives the message, and oh yeah, you know, millions of people or whatever, or hundreds of thousands of people are like, oh yeah, Jose Trujillo, yeah, I love this video, cool. But that's not the case with me, you know. And so I have a little teeny tiny audience, but I still have to push it. Even though I'm giving it away, right? I still have to push it. I still have to go through some sort of effort. And so this is what I try to share with other artists. Be careful, artists, not to fall in the trap of, I'm going to get to a point where it's some sort of push and play and chill, you know? I've never heard of anyone who has done that, especially in our industry, art, right? And I've never even heard of anyone who's done that in other industries either. This whole push and play, what do they call it? I forgot what it's called. But you just make an investment and you're just getting returns because of your investment. And even people that do that, you know, I've done a couple of little deals like that. You still have to be like a hawk, watching it and taking care of it and talking to people and being on top of it. You have to be on top of it. I forget what it's called. Man, this stuff is so good. So yeah, I'm gonna be sharing other videos, and hopefully I get to help other artists as well. I know some artists have been asking me about building audiences and you know, especially on Instagram. And I think it's important. I don't have a big audience on Instagram. I think it's important, but what I think it's more important is to learn how to engage and interact with people, regardless of whether you have an audience or not. It's beautiful to have an audience, and that's great. When people have audiences, they have this huge, you know, groups of people that are paying attention to whatever they're doing. But what I think it's so damn difficult. This is why. Okay, I think it's so damn difficult to have a huge audience. You have to have some sort of here's the way that I look at it, guys, when it comes to audiences, because I know that I've gone around this subject a few times. Audiences, in my perspective, work this way. How I've seen it. I coach people with somewhat big audiences, 200-300K followers on Instagram and whatnot, and they still have a huge problem selling their work. And I scratched my head and I was like, how come? I know that if I had a 200,000-300,000 people audience on Instagram, I would be doing probably a lot better. Why are they having such trouble? And I paid attention, and I went on a little observation mode, and I started paying attention to people that have audiences on Instagram and elsewhere, whether it's TikTok or now Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever, YouTube. And I realized something. Usually people that have big audiences, they know how to get people there. They have the skill set or the talent to get people to the platform, but they lack the talent and the skill set. Not everyone, but a lot of people lack the talent and the skill set to actually convert and make sales, or they lack the talent and the skill to actually offer something outside of getting people there. See, you need both. You need both. You need to You need to have talent and skill with some really good art, creating good art, whatever that is, whether it's drawings, paintings, it doesn't matter. You need lots of talent and skill for that. For people to pay attention to it and actually look at it and be like, oh man, yeah, this is really cool. I'd buy it if I could. If the price is right and the circumstance is right, the art is good, yeah. You need talent for that. And you also need talent to drive people to you. And so this is why I say it's so damn difficult, because usually people that have talent to drive people to their websites or to their platforms, be it YouTube or Instagram or whatever, they have talent to do that, and they get lots of people there. But then they don't have a product, or they don't have anything, and they're having like I've talked to a few of them. They have such hard time because they don't know how to monetize it. They're like, oh my God, should I sell shirts? And then they go for like bullshit stuff, right? They go for bullshit stuff. They go for trying to sell stickers and crappy prints and shirts because then they don't have the product. And so what I'm suggesting here is, in my mind, it's better to have a great product. Okay? It's a lot better to have a great product than an audience. People usually that say, no, it's better to have an audience than a great product. People that usually say that, it's because they already have a great product, and they feel it in their heart that if they had an audience, a big audience, they would kill it, they would crush it. But usually people that have big audiences don't have a good product. So what I'm saying here is better to have a good product or a great product, whatever, and go talk to people and sell it, because if you have a great product, the product is going to start selling, and it's going to create you an audience, because that's the talent. The product is going to be the talent. That's how I started selling my artwork. I went for the kill. After a really good product, I'm like, I'm going to make some really great paintings. I'm going to make them big and this and that. That's how I started. I started making bigger paintings. And I'm going to really work on them. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take I'll put my energy into it really well. And I'm going to slice my throat. Slice my, that sounds so negative. It's because I used to have a mentor that said, you need to bleed a little. If you want people to come, you need to bleed. What he meant by that is that exactly that. You need to have something that an irresistible offer. You need to bleed a little bit. Otherwise, they're not going to come. And so I learned how to do that. Have something that is so juicy that people are like, no way, like this is too good. So just a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. My wife was asking me if I wanted a sandwich for this breakfast place. I'm like, yeah, I want a sandwich. Okay, so I got my hand sanitizer too here with me. I used to be before and after. Here, let me go get a cart. Let me go get a Target cart, because that's how I do it. I get a Target cart to go into Michael's. Thank you. We're staying safe. But yeah, getting back to that, my friends. I much better have a really great product. It's counterintuitive if you're into marketing and that kind of deal, because most people are focused just on the audience. And so it's counterintuitive. It's like, no, have an audience first. I believe that if you're an artist, your talent should be the art, not getting people to go see something. Because once you have them there, you may not know how to convert them. You may not know how to talk to them. You may not even have a product that they want. Marinox says, I just recently started watching your videos and really listening to your recommendations. And just within 3 months of starting as a full-time artist, I pulled in 10K. Whatever you say totally works. God bless you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you did that on you did that quick. Very cool. That is awesome. Hey, can I share your message? We should get together and do a live. So I like that. I like results. Results are always fun. Very cool. I'm gonna reach out to you. We can do a live together. But maybe even a Zoom call. That way we can record it. So I'm getting some of these Michaels canvases. I usually order my medium-sized canvases, but right now I just need anything, guys. And there's a few people that come and buy them too, and so I try to beat them to the punch. That is really cool. That is really amazing. Congratulations on that. Yeah, there's nothing like the sweet taste of victory when you're working on something. You're like, oh man, this thing is actually working for me now. I love that. So, what else was I gonna say to you guys? Yeah. The whole audience things, guys. I'm not saying stay away from the whole audience things because you need it, okay? So please, I hope I make any sense here. Keep doing the whole audience thing. Keep working at it. But please, 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 please work on a really great product, whatever that is. I don't know what it is. Whether it's your skill set, maybe you need to learn how to draw better, maybe you need to learn how to paint better, maybe you need to stop judging yourself so much and be okay with the work that you do as well. There's some of that. Some of you are really great artists, and maybe this happened to me. Judge myself so much, and I was already ready to start monetizing. Whatever it is, but make sure that you focus. Number one, focus on the product. Okay. The product, if the product is good, the product is going to help you create the audience. All you got to do is you got to start showing it. You got to start showing it in the right places, with the right proposition, offer. The great Gary Halbert, man, I keep touching my mask. The great Gary Halbert, marketer, said, it's all in the offer. Okay? If the product is good and the offer is right, you got a winner. The problem is that we don't focus on the product so much. And so we're like, oh, I'm trying to sell my artwork. I'm trying to sell my art. Yeah, but nobody wants it. Or nobody likes the price that you're giving. And some people say, well, that's not true. I do sell my work. Yeah, but if it takes you months or years to sell one piece, then there's something off. You know, there's something off there. It might be that you're not talking to anybody either. It might be that you're not showing it enough. But most people do a pretty good job at trying to share their work in social media today. It's not like back in the day that people were like, the painting stayed in the studio. Now people are like opening Etsy stores and showing their work on Facebook and Instagram. People are showing their work, but so is 10,000 other artists at the same time, or a million other artists, and so it's coming down to the proposition. What is the offer? If the offer is juicy, boom, baby, you got yourself a winner. Okay, my friends, I gotta go find more canvases because I don't know if I'm gonna cut it with this canvases. Hope everybody's doing great. If y'all have any questions, make sure to reach me here on Instagram, DM me, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you guys. All right, peace out.